Ich grüße euch Freunde, willkommen zurück bei The Other World 2 und natürlich dieses Mal Marisol. Ihre Begleiterquest, verschiedene Enden, Gespräche und sonst noch was Marisol zu bieten hat und natürlich die Trophäe alle für ein wird allen abgeschlossen. Halt die verschiedenen Enden von Marisol, damit ihr das nicht auch alles spielen müsst. Und natürlich fangen wir gleich an, wo wir sie finden und was alles für Gespräche sind. Also Marisol finden wir eigentlich gleich im zweiten Planeten, nämlich auf Dorado. Dort bekommen wir eine Hauptquest, dort finden wir sie auf alle Fälle, nämlich hier hinten in der Cyanum Manufaktur 7. Da müssen wir hin. Dort finden wir eine Quest, nämlich die Hauptquest hier ist sie. Beginn auf den Spuren des Verräters auf alle Fälle. Betritt die Zimmern und natürlich ihre erste Quest beginnen am Endpunkt. Ja, hier lasse ich erstmal ein bisschen durchlaufen wegen den Gesprächen. Ja, hier finden wir sie. Hier können wir natürlich auch, sie ist schon ein bisschen beeindruckend, wenn wir hier Beobachtungen alles ein bisschen voller haben.
All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. Oh, believe you me, I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Oh, don't they always attempt to, flee the scene? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we workfolk around the manufactory consider the proctor something of a petty bureaucrat, dear. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. Well, you know the type, surely. Dear me, I wish I knew. But, actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. Certainly, of course. If you help me uncover who's responsible, I will gladly open this door. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Well,
hello.
Yes, they witnessed me Do not let my position fool you.
You've examined the launch records, yes? But still, even the most... the overriding of the coordinates also... I expect the Zeranium Why, you know how the order is. Always count...
That you found evidence that...
I admit I had the knowledge to call...
Yeah?
Wait a bit...
Oh, I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement not with you. That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians.
This is hardly the time for a hit.
I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the orders, as I know it.
Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill every...
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know.
And no more deception.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful...
Well, you sure cut them. That was breathtaking and hilarious.
Nachdem wir natürlich die ganzen Quests hier durchgespielt haben, das wird alles markiert, kommen wir zum Ende hier und dann fragt euch Marisol, ob wir uns sie als Begleiterin vorstellen können. Und natürlich sagen wir ja. Einer soll aufs Schiff gehen, weil ich 2 Begleiter habe. Die nächste Quest führt uns natürlich der Mittelpunkt zum Endpunkt, führt uns nämlich hierhin nach Kloster. Dort finden wir die erste Begleiterquest von Marisol, nämlich ihre Alte trifft Marisols Kontakt hier hinten und die labern dann auch erstmal über alte Zeiten und natürlich werden wir auch vorgestellt. Das ist hier die ehemalige Seherin. Naja, Anais.
19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure.
Yes, these are my colleagues. They assisted me in a matter regarding... It was all rather...
You were flushed out? What a... Oh, wait, I'm being rude. I am Anais Bourgeot.
Seer.
No one's called me that in, well, you...
We doing introductions? I'm Inez. Don't mind the uniform, I'm freelance, and got no quarrel with you besides.
Charmed, I'm sure. So nice to see Marisol gaining such interesting friends. She's mentioned solving the universe.
Once an issue was identified, I'd be assigned...
At a certain point, I became one of her assignments. I was developing a means of sidestepping much of the filling in... I knew the Council would judge...
Others facing similar charges were often transferred off-planet, then simply
Yes. Fortunately, someone interceded.
Yes. With ample...
Really? That is,
The last 20 years, the Order heedlessly stumbled. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had it was a mistake.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And my research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly. Had to do all my calculations long form, free of computronic assistance. Wouldn't advise it, but I've been here on my own. I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of microbes, mantisaurs. Saltuna might make it, the resistant little buggers. But anything can... I understand how that sounds. But I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable. I assume all my notes and calculations...
Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down the Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Marisol.
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe. Been years since anyone said something like that.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwelcome guests.
No, you should stay here.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But fine, no use arguing. Well...
Nachdem wir das natürlich hier beschlossen haben, müssen wir auf Kloster auf der anderen Seite, nämlich hier hinter in Winter's Grasp. Hier werden irgendwelche Sachen gelagert und dort finden wir natürlich Marisols Freundin wieder. In der Begleiterquest der Mittelpunkt zum Endpunkt müssen wir hier auch erstmal alles abschließen und da ganz nach oben kommen. Wie ihr euch natürlich hier entscheidet, hier mit den Alternate Choice umgeht, das müsst ihr natürlich selber wissen. Ich war natürlich freudig und habe am Leben gelassen und ein paar Sachen ihnen gegeben. Nicht alle, aber ein paar.
Fine. Go.
I'll hang back a moment while you depower that. Wriggling through that eternal party gained authorization to study it. There's at least one set of copies out there. Give me some time. I'll find them.
What do you need from me?
To go on and live your life. Around other people, not holed up in a dilapidated...
You can't possibly expect to leave me behind again without a fight.
Why don't we burn that bridge when we get to it? We still need to...
Meet you near the exit. I just want to see...
Business with you? I can't wait to monetize this brain.
Be sure to try it. Should be right engaging. For anyone with a little gray in their...
Huh. We deeply appreciate your assistance.
Suppose this is goodbye. No, I recognize that. Been interesting to see you. Before I forget...
So we're good?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but good as ever. Don't think I don't see what you're doing with all this, though. A new cause comes up and you take it on immediately. Because saving the universe is easier than... Whoever you are now, whoever you're going to be, just take...
Goodbye, Anais. Thank you kindly. I appreciate your support. Been a spell since I could rely on anyone like that. Though, Anais snuck something by me again, didn't she? What was... I suppose you remain on my good side. May the plan favor us again.
Nachdem wir das zu Ende haben, haben wir den ersten Rüstungspunkt von ihr bekommen. Eine Weile bis gereist, wird Marisol in der Ausgangsposition hier hinten stehen bei den Schlüsseln und bei den Kisten und dann werden wir eine nächste Quest von ihr bekommen. Dieser führt uns nämlich wieder nach Golden Ridge in Eden und Mercy angelangt, müssen wir hier hoch ins Kloster, nämlich zu den beiden, die uns schon letztes Mal ein bisschen genervt haben. Wenn wir das hier abgeschlossen haben, kriegen wir natürlich nochmal eine Quest gleich hinterher.
I'd suspect the terminal at Winter's Grasp. There might be signs of that, or where the missing anchor in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate. I've seen it happen. Things can take on a life of their... We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. Yes.
Und diese Quest führt uns natürlich wieder nach Eden. Nämlich auf Eden gibt es nämlich dann jetzt einen zweiten Orbit oder sagen wir zweiten Landepunkt, da müssen wir hin. Hier ist natürlich auch wieder entscheidend, wie wir uns hier mit den Leuten verhalten und wie wir das alles beenden. Es gibt mehrere Enden hier und eine neue Mission, sage ich jetzt mal, von Marisol.
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Ancrus Brunn straight away.
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped prove Anchorus Chow's argument that violence is sometimes necessary. I admit I have modified my stance toward that more recently. I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy, such promise. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work. though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. The facility, the Exemplar told me of it during her visits to the anchor hold, and shared research from Sia Bujold. It convinced me Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact...
Really? Sir Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Yes, we're so very pleased to have her. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until... The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber.
Sounds like it could change everything.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. Yes, she's monitoring the We'll speak further after you...
Head Intercessor Delgado, what an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you...
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again? I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could...
This shouldn't be your burden. This...
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way. The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro... That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful. So I need you to muck with each station's settings. Then all you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brun will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent.
Nachdem wir natürlich das Experiment sabotiert und abgeschlossen haben, kommt es natürlich dann auch zu einer nächsten Herausforderung, nämlich einer Sprachquest mit einem Hirnduell, was die hier beide erzählen mit der Seherin dort oben. Dies ist nicht so ganz einfach, sage ich mal so.
I shall await their arrival. Anchoress Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not...
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic. All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuver? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an...
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again.
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer.
And here I thought you'd begun to change. Success isn't guaranteed. A fair degree of...
I would be willing and on hand to assist. And the other option would remain if we botch it.
Thank you for listening.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I...
From the legend? If you're retiring as the Endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet. Typical argumentation may prove useless, and she'll likely see through most attempts at... But in the event you should fail, the Anchoress is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old... There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. And I'll need to make an announcement afterward.
For an extemporaneous...
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. And Marisol...
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, hmm? Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. Some issues? You seem like softening the blow. Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. I assure you it is not. Grace was personally responsible for its selection after... What else concerned you? These are all fundamental building blocks of the universe. Together, they form the primordial soup. This was just a start. Such models, it simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say. Now, I'm starting to believe you're just needlessly fretting. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. Why, I'm shocked. I'm certain there is no call for that sort of meanness in the scientific field. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. That's both incorrect and... there was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could it? Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is... I fear this was a waste of...
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrates. Time flies. I much appreciate this jest. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous. The framework we interpret the statement from...
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, this has been a difficult conversation. Challenging.
We tried. Our fallback plans are own...
What was that?
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Say, I know you tried to do right before you did what you must.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But...
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now, before I forget.
Thank you, Anais. Brunn obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Or utter canned feigned concern about Chow. Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit...
Might take some time for Marisol to see yet, but...
So, und das war das Ende jetzt von Marisol. Haben wir die Begleiterquest abgeschlossen. Nochmal einen Text hinterher, was sie dann im Schiff sagt.
Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my record, we could have done better by Anchoress Brunn. If we'd properly convinced her to abandon the research, I'd doubtlessly still lament duping her, but... And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead. I hope so, at least. According to Anais, we could have reduced the likelihood of that occurring by completing the brain-off. It's not anywhere near zero, but it's... She seemed pleased that we at least attempted to address her concerns, so... I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you. No. There's plenty of credit and blame. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit, I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over.
Und natürlich ihre ganzen Fähigkeiten jetzt hier nochmal aufgezeigt, die ganzen Fähigkeiten, die sie denn hat, also die ganzen Rüstungswaffen und Rüstungssets. Sowie ihre ganzen anderen Perks, die jetzt danach kommen, wenn ihr Level 30 seid. Nachdem wir das hier auch abgeschlossen haben, kommen ihre verschiedenen Enden. Einmal das Ende, wenn wir sie am Leben lassen.
Violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up.
System to fly the ship from range? Is there no option but death?
None of that's necessary. Just had to get done. Like you need to get everyone out of here. Now.
So, in the end, Marisol Delgado calculated that Arcadia had the best chance of survival if she flew the ship herself. She had come to care for the members of her team. Her sacrifice was the most efficient way to protect them. Thank Arcadia. And while many found it unbelievable that a once legendary assassin would make such a selfless choice, her crewmates on the Incognito understood completely. After Marisol left the commander's crew, rumors swirled that she began running operations on her own. She spent her days obsessing over...
Ja, das war's mit Marisol. Danke fürs Zusehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht es gut.
Besucht mich auch auf Instagram und Twitch. Die Links findet ihr in der Beschreibung.